This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Simply put, there is nothing like it in the game of golf. It is by far the biggest spectator event in the sport. We're at TPC Scottsdale in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
Well, everybody wants to know about 16, the famed par 3 here, surrounded by those skyboxes. Once again, that'll be a topic of the day. But really, this is a regular sight for the PGA Tour. So those of you that were familiar with the golf course, it's now changed. 2014, the designers Morris and Weiskopf did a massive renovation.
Well over 100,000 fans every day, better than 500,000 for the week. It's a giant party mixed in with a heck of a tournament. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't always work out that way. So what's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost, because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target.
And getting ready for the putt. Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Eyeing this putt for a birdie. How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in.
Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Solid par for Dufner. Par 4 second hole, a little bit longer than the first, this one at 442 yards.
Yeah, they've added a new tee, changed the bunkering down the right side. Still a semi-blind tee shot, a hole that bends softly to the left side. The bunkering around this green has changed. Still, it requires a very precise tee shot. Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. They'll need to catch this solid 190 yards away. Frank, it's not just a golf tournament at the TPC Scottsdale.
It's a party.
It's a giant throwdown, isn't it?
It certainly is, but the atmosphere works there. It just fits in. The players are aware of it. They're quite fine to play amongst it too, because it's such a rare event.
And to be honest, a lot of the fans, and there were almost 180,000 on Saturday alone in 2013, a lot of the fans They don't see a single golf shot. They're too busy having a good time, having a party. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
On the way. Oh, he's going to love it. Great putt. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Good putt. And now 1 under par. Now on to the third. First par 5 on the course here at TPC Scottsdale.
Yeah, the length of the hole hasn't really changed. Used to be 2 fairway bunkers down the left. Now there's only 1. Still a hazard that runs down the right side. A strategic hold if you can't make this par 5 and 2 in a brand new green that has been completely changed.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Going with the lob wedge here.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble.
Ready for his third shot, needs to hit this close. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Wow, I thought it was going in just off the mark by a fraction. Shouldn't be a problem here. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Just a couple of feet. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Just a little tap in here. Steady, solid, and at 1 under par right now. Frank, what kind of shot is required here at the par 3 fourth?
A little drop shot par 3 down the hill in today's standards because it's under 200 yards. Series of 3 tee boxes, so plenty to choose from there. The entry into the green is well protected now by the 2 bunkers, one in the center and one on the right front of this green.
On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. In the thick stuff.
Thick, it's brutal out there.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Could use this, a putt for par. You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants a do-over there.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Ben Crenshaw right there, just so smooth.
Well played before.
So with that, 1 over par. Frank, this is a demanding driving hole, the par 4 fifth.
Another hole that bends gently to the left. There used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. It's now 1, and it's in the perfect position to make you think about your tee shot. Really, you have to be left of that. The new tees added a little bit of yardage to it. The green still looks the same as what it once was. Tilts slightly from left to right. But you can see why a draw is the preferred shot at TPC Scottsdale.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That's a bit offline in the rough. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Here we go. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt.
It's no snack though.
So begins the climb back. Now to the par 4-6. Decision time, Frank. Driver, or do you go with 3-wood?
A lot of that's going to depend on if there's any breeze. If the breeze is at your back, you can drive it all the way down the right side and take those 2 bunkers down the right completely out of play. This hole's been stiffened up though. The length hasn't increased, but that bunkering in that choke point. So the strategy, do you have the length to get past them? Or if you have to lay up, it's going to leave a much longer second shot.
No fairway here, this one in that rough. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker.
Second shot.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Superb shot once again, and only about 15 feet away for a birdie. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
And second shot. Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
This one measures out to 15 feet. So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th.
How did that not go in?
He'd settle for par here. He has this for par. Drops it, and he's at even par. Hard to be perfect in this game. That's a bogey. On to the par 3 7th, 215 yards from that back tee box, Frank.
This hole hasn't really changed. Still has that V-shaped green where it's very narrow in the front. A high-flying shot in here that carries that front edge, and you'll find the further and further you go back there, the more receptive, and that green starts to widen.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No, no chance. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Second shot. Good look at the green. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Looks like he just misread that.
Rich, with a lie like that on the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or two more.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Just a sensational putt. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Solid par to remain 1 under. Frank, the par 4 8th, this is a good hole.
It is. A dogleg to the left forces the player to go out the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front. Unless there's a flag position in the front, you're really going to have to fly it at least 20 yards or so into that green. Otherwise, that ball is going to run towards the front.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Pretty good shot right there.
Under out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
This will be a 14-foot putt here.
Good read, good line, well played. Really. This is an awkward length.
Let's see if Stenson can cash in one more time. Here at the par 4 ninth hole, Frank, what's the strategy off the tee?
Well, there's one bunker down the right side that you have to be very wary of. 325 yards to carry that, so it's very much in play, and just over 290 to reach it. Ideally, you have to go left about that down the left side, but really this is a second shot hole because this green is not very deep.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
Going to have grass stains on the shoes come the end.
He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, there's hitting it right and there's hitting it left, but when you've got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard.
This is the second shot at the par 4.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. 180 yards away, ready to play the second shot. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good parts.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Really has a feel on these greens. That is another birdie. This is impressive. So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Getting set to start the back nine here at TPC Scottsdale. We're on the tee at number 10.
A dogleg right par 4, and if you teed off the first, this is going to be the first true dogleg right that you'll face. A little bunker put down the left side. Ideally, you're going to have to play left and short of that, which is going to leave you something in the vicinity of 150 yards to a green that should be very receptive.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that.
Looking to splash this softly onto the green.
It's no snack, though.
And he has it, Frank.
I don't believe it.
And that's a par for Jason Dufner, the 2013 PGA champion. Now at the par 4 11th, Frank, I really like this hole.
Well, you might be the only one, Rich, because this is an absolute scorecard wrecker. Water all the way down the left side. There's 2 bunkers. Don't worry about that. They're not off the tee. They're around the green. They protect the left front and the back. If you think you can bail out down the right side, well, you could find cactus and all sorts of crazy things down the right. And believe me, go down there, more than anything, they'll wreck your scorecard as well.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That wasn't a gimme, but he sure made it look easy. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. Par 3 12 may not be as famous as the par 3 16th, but Frank, you think this may be a tougher and even better hole?
We see more bogeys and double bogeys here on 12 than 16 will ever see, and courtesy of the water behind and to the right of this green. If you're going to bail out, find one of those bunkers. Well, a good bunker player obviously can get it up and down, but it's still no snack trying to record your par 3 at 12.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Perfect. And in the hole. What a shot. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Trying to grind out a par here. Needs it. Solid par for Dufner. To the par 5 13th here at TPC Scottsdale. Lots of danger left and right of this tight fairway, Frank.
This hole has really changed over the years. There used to be a split fairway. That no longer exists. That bunker you can see down the left side, which you can't carry, really defines the left side of this hole. Water still in play down the right, and big change here is the bunkering along the left front and left side of this green. So you can't just blaze away and comfortably expect to hit 13 and 2 anymore.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, it's certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Second shot. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Bit surprising, misses the green in regulation here at the par 5.
Yeah, you'd think this is one of the easier holes on the golf course. So now just trying to avoid 6.
So this is the third shot to the par 5. On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Oh my gosh, that hurts. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Come on, don't do that.
Cruel lip out.
Stenson has this for par. So just a formality here. Now at -2 for the day. Par 4, 14th. Frank, it seems as though you'd be pretty happy with a par here.
You would, even though the putting surfaces here at TPC Scottsdale are excellent. It's going to take 2 good shots to reach this 14th hole. You can get in a little bit of trouble off the tee. That bunker on the left very much in play. The rough on the right side is no snack either, because the ball, more often than not, will finish well above the player's feet. And of course that green is very, very narrow, well protected by bunkers on the left. It's great. Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Second from an excellent lie. Headed for the bunker? That one is in the bunker. Now playing the second here at the par 4. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Now his third, staring right at the green. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Great knees, great hands in this shot.
Yeah, touch. You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel, but you also have to have imagination.
He'll need to be strong with this. That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch and nerve. He had it all, and he has the bottom of the barrel.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. And he makes it for a bogey here. Now at the par 5 15th, and Frank, there is plenty to catch your eye. There's also quite a bit to catch your ear. You can hear the roars at the par 3 16th. So how do you focus on the task at hand?
Great question, Rich. You realize you're about to enter the stadium part of the golf course, but this is the last par 5 that you're going to play. We've seen eagles here over the years. We've seen many a player hit it in the water off the tee or water short of the green. Certainly one of the tougher tee shots coming in. No bunkers here to worry about, just that huge lake to the left. Find the fairway. You might just find the green.
Wrong way pattern all day long. This is just brutal. Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. The fairways aren't that narrow today.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. This one has a good line. What a sensational putt that was, Frank.
Unbelievable. Pace, line, everything to perfection.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Did the job right there. Frank, the one moment that sort of made the 16th hole what it is today would have to be Tiger's ace in 1997 here at the TPC Scottsdale when it was raining plastic cups.
It was also his reaction, too, and that ushered in the Tiger Woods era that we became associated with, which is the fist pumping, the rowdy spectators. I mean, he was one of the few players that bridged the gap between spectator and golf course. And it still goes on till today. And I think Rory McIlroy probably is the only other player that starts to broach that type of inside and outside atmosphere with golf.
Still to this day, it's the loudest single moment that I can ever remember hearing on a golf course. This is a really long putt, difficult birdie opportunity. That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a 2-putt, well done.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Oh, do that. Clean this up with a tap. Stays at 1 under with that par. Frank, when you get to the 17th hole, we always recall maybe the single most bizarre shot in the history of golf.
Yeah, everybody talks about maybe a hole-in-one at 16, but really 17. And the player was Andrew McGee. It was a good tee shot, don't get me wrong. But Rich, it needed an assist.
Well, the assist came from Tom Byram, whose brother Kurt is a commentator for the Golf Channel. Tom Byram was just minding his own business, standing on the green, sort of leaning on his putter, and you know what happened.
Yeah, the ball hit Tom Byram's putter and then careened into the hole. So, 17. Made famous a little bit of history with a couple of names to drag up from the past.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Anything you do differently with your setup?
Just dig my feet into the sand a little bit more, but make sure you focus on the exact spot on the ball you want to hit.
He's out of the sand, Frank, but it doesn't appear as though it's headed for the flagstick.
Just right of that.
Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, he has to be scratching his head as he reaches for a sand wedge or a gap wedge for his next shot.
Well, you know, the FedEx Cup, Rich. I mean, you're meant to get there by 10:30 tomorrow. That thing's still going.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Just like that, now at 2 under. This is an 11-foot putt. Stenson for his par.
Rich, 18 was always considered a long finishing hole.
Not for J.B. Holmes.
Yeah, the water was always in play. And then the day he took it over the left side and carried everything and went on to win, that completely changed the way this golf course played ever since that day.
And it resulted in some of the changes we're seeing now.
Yeah, evidence, the new bunkering down the left side, but it showed us all how much and how strong these guys are, how much they've improved over the years.
Frank, it may be obvious you'd rather have a ball sitting up perfectly in these fairways as opposed to the deep rough off to the left or right. But how is a player able to take advantage when he has that good lie?
Well, anything better than that would be sitting on a tee. That is a perfect lie. It almost guarantees good contact.
Good contact, good result. It's a 180-yard shot, his second. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Second shot, good look at the green. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. He has a birdie opportunity here. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just a little tap in here. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Well, Frank, this day had a little bit of everything. I mean, you always catch your breath after a round at TPC Scottsdale because it's generally just so exciting, and today was no exception.
Yeah, the atmosphere here is unlike any other TPC golf course. The fact that you know you're playing a golf course where the PGA Tour visits every year is one thing, but